Hey, what's up guys, it's New Comic Book Day. Today is a pretty exciting New Comic Book Day. There's a lot of really good releases. Nectar, Alias, there's this new #1 called Odin by James Tynion, I think that's his name, which is a writer that I've been meaning to get to read more of because I know he wrote, or is writing, I think it hasn't been finished yet, Exquisite Corpses, which is about to be a movie or a show, whatever. And I have the first trade right here, and I loved it, so I really want to read more of him. And also a new Absolute #1, which is Absolute Green Arrow, is coming out today. Super, super, super excited for that. It's just, I really love the Absolute universe, and Absolute Green, honestly, he does look like, it kind of reminds me of the CW Arrow show where he's a bit more gritty or whatever. But it looks like really gruesome, honestly. The amount of killing he's gonna be doing. I'm looking forward to see what he does or how he does it. And plus, like, how they're gonna do his story, because he is supposed, well, Oliver Queen is supposed to be dead in the universe. We saw him get killed by Hawkman, so pretty interested to see how they're gonna do that. Yeah, like I said, just a lot of good books coming out today, like Alias, the Jessica Jones book, which I've been loving. I believe issue #3 is coming out today. Nectar #3 is coming out today. Everyone Loves a Jewel Thief, which I loved the first one for. Yeah, just a lot of, again, a lot of good books coming out today. So, yeah, let's go. Deathstroke is out. Should I get Deathstroke? I don't know. Wait, does that mean... Does Lobo not come out today? I guess not. Should I get Deathstroke? I'll give it one last chance. Unfortunately, they did not have one of the comics that I was looking for today, which was Alias #3. Everything else I did get, so that's pretty lucky, because usually when I go to that store, especially when I go later, I don't really find much of the stuff that I'm looking for, at least, especially not like A covers. So today was pretty lucky, considering that I only missed one of them, and everything else I was looking for I got, and I got the A cover for. So I'm pretty happy. Maybe next week, if we go to other LCS, we'll be able to find Alias #3, but, you know, this is fine. Yeah, here's a stack for this week, which is full of really, really exciting stuff. But before I talk about these, I'll talk about what I read last week, which were only 2. First, we have Firestorm #2, or Fury Firestorm. In this issue, we explore, like, the backstory or the origin of Ronnie Raymond, one of the halves of Firestorm. We don't really see much of Professor Stein. Well, he is in there, obviously, but, like, we don't see his life. We only see Ronnie's. But there is a really cool, like, dynamic between them two, and in his class. They have really good banter. You can see, like, why they could become, like, such a good fusion, although you can also see, like, where they would conflict. We just explore Ronnie's backstory, and then at the end of the issue, the actual, like, entity of Firestorm. Since the first issue, he has been, like, gaining consciousness or whatever, but now in this issue, he, like, completely takes over the body, and we no longer see his face. Like, it doesn't, Firestorm doesn't have a human face at all. It's just blank. Sorry, my cat is playing around here. Really cool, really interesting. We do get like a Justice League tease. Maybe in the next issue they're gonna fight. Kind of a slower issue than last one. The last one was a bit more, exciting. I still liked it though. It was pretty fun. And then next is Absolute Batman number 20, which I loved. It was so good, so good. First of all, that title page, amazing. We hadn't seen Joker like that since I believe it was the first issue, because things change direction and like where the story goes, it's not always the same. But we finally see him back as that version of Joker. Although he's still he's still the same Joker that we've been seeing this whole time, but like a more monstrous version of him, but like not necessarily that actual monster. You know what I mean. In this issue, I feel like it goes back to basics a bit more like story and action wise. It feels much more like the earlier issues, whereas the last issues, it was more like Batman's and Bruce Wayne's personal growth, which is still cool to see. But, I do miss a lot of that action. But in this issue, it's back, especially with the Robins at the end. Although this was supposed to be the Robins issue, but they don't really appear until the last few pages. So hopefully next issue we actually get to see them in action. Like I said, they go back to basics a bit more. We finally get to see his friends again, like Penguin, the Riddler, Waylon, and Harvey Dent. They had been not as absent, but not as featured and in the last few issues. And they were building this up where oh, will they betray him? Are they gonna betray the Batman? Do they want to work with the Batman anymore? Because their whole life broke apart because of the Batman's actions. So are they still going to be friends with Bruce now that they know he's Batman? Well, they've always known. But are they still going to be friends, be allies? And in this issue we finally get to see more of that. Riddler might be an ally or maybe a neutral. Waylon is definitely going to be an ally. He's the only one that actually wants to keep up with Bruce. But Harvey Dent and the Penguin, they seem a bit way more distraught than the other two. They seem so much more depressed than the other two. So I'm not sure that they're gonna flip the side. Although Harvey Dent historically has always been a flip flopper, so he's probably gonna do that. But yeah, we just get to see more of his friends, a bit more of his friends, and a lot more action. Same with Scarecrow. Last issue he was amazing. In this issue he's even better. Yeah, I just absolutely love Absolute Batman. That's really all I have to say. And then for this week, nice little stack. I'll try to be fast with these. First we have Everyone Loves the Jewel Thief number 2. I absolutely love the first one. Really, really fun, really interesting story, like a bank heist story, but not typical bank heist. That twist at the end, I still think about it to this day, so I really want to see where they go with this. Next up is Odin number 1, like I said, by the writer James Tynion, I think. Yeah, it's about a journalist following this Nazi story. Present day Nazis. Next up is Batwoman number 3. I love the first one and I like the second one. Hopefully this is as good, if not better than those two. Like I said in the vlog section, I didn't even know Deathstroke and Lobo number 3 were also coming out today. I should have assumed since they all come out the same days. I didn't see Lobo and I did see Deathstroke, but I did not pick up Deathstroke. If anything, I would have picked up Lobo because I liked Lobo a bit more over Deathstroke. But I just don't want to keep spending my money on something that I don't really love. Lobo was okay. It's just give me something more. Give me just a tiny bit more, please. But Deathstroke is, literally, I don't know. But yeah, I love Batwoman, so looking forward to this. Then Nectar number 3. I love the first one. I thought the second one was okay. It was just a bit more a bit more exposition, so I thought it was okay. Hopefully they pick up with this issue. Again, I love the covers anyway. It's really cool covers. The story has been interesting so far, so I'll try to keep up with it. And it's only a limited series. I think it's 5 issues. So it wouldn't really hurt the bank anyway. And then last but not least, well, I would have put Alias number 3 here. I was really looking forward to that issue. I absolutely love the first two. So I really wanted to read the third one. I really hope that next week or whenever you go to the comic store, it's still there. I still find a copy. We have been finding copies of number 1 and number 2. So hopefully they still have 3 by the time we go. But yeah, if anything, I just want to say, if you can read Alias, definitely read Alias. If you love Jessica Jones, definitely read it. Because I don't know anything about Jessica Jones, and I've been loving it. But yeah, last but not least, the new absolute number one, absolute Green Arrow. Like I said, really interested to see what they do with Oliver Queen. Obviously, this design is supposed to like represents death in a way, and Oliver Queen is dead in this universe. We saw him get killed in Absolute Evil. So I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I've never read Green Arrow. I don't really know much apart from the show, CW show, which I know is not a good representation of him. Although this does remind me a bit of it. I don't know. But yeah, really, really interested to see what they do with this character. Like, who's gonna be this version of Green Arrow? Why is he going after the billionaires? Like, why is he doing this? Seems really, really gruesome. Yeah. So yeah, really looking forward to this. Anyway, that should be it for this week. I did not see any movies. I haven't seen the final episode of The Boys, which came out today. And I did see all of Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I loved it. I don't really know what to, like, after we watch the show again to, like, actually form thoughts now that the whole series is out. I might do that in the future. I don't know. But yeah, just know that I personally loved Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I thought, like I said in one of my past videos, I thought it was a bit, like, this series is a bit more clean than the first, like, the original series. And I said that before they did, like, the whole flashback episode where they show us that they clearly can do, like, the gritty, like, other type of vibe that the Netflix show had. But I don't know. I kind of respect them for doing something different, but at the same time, I kind of miss the old stuff. That last episode is really, really cool. I would have loved a bit more action between Daredevil and Kingpin, but we have been getting that throughout the series, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I love the show. Can't really say anything else apart from that. And then yeah, The Boys. Let's just say there's a reason why I'm not like dying to see the finale. Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys had a nice new comic day, nice week overall. What did you guys pick up this week? Are you guys looking forward to any new books that come out like today or next week or in the next few weeks? Yeah. Again, hope you guys had a nice new comic day, nice week overall. See you guys next week. Bye.